We're here. I'm trying to talk about um, ecosystem. The fact that we are inextricably bound with nature, and that everything about us, even though it may look not useful, it has substantial effects in terms of ecosystem. The fact that we are inextricably bound with nature, and like I was saying, I was talking to my friend Moses, and we're talking about my friend Uwe, who was got a big insect that was flying over Martina's head, and it had potential of harming them, but they let it off go. And Moses asked and said, if it was in Africa, that would be a different story. We'd just get a hold of it, hit it with a shoe or a stick, and that would be the end of it. But the point here is that in spite of the fact that it had the ability to bite, because that's its defensive mechanism by nature, it's also important to understand that we are kind of inextricably bound, and this may have an effect in terms of sustainability, ecosystem, continuity. So whereas it may look like dangerous in a way, obviously, because you have probably offended it, or you have come under its territory, but at the end of the day, it becomes useful in the sense that it has something it gives back to society in terms of sustainability. It's like when the plants give up carbon dioxide, and we give up, no, they give up oxygen, we give up carbon dioxide, and then that's sustainability. So that eco-friendly system in terms of interrelation between us and the greenery and lives and different human beings, continue to mesmerize us and continue helping us believe in what we call the continuity of life. The fact that life is bigger than what we call the so-called Big Bang theory, because even those little things, when you go in terms of the infinite definitive details of how they are made by nature, then you understand the uniqueness of how they are created, and then you probably comprehend God. The brain itself is an incredible piece of creation that was done by the intelligent design, for lack of for using, for those of you who are philosophical thinkers. I'm trying to avoid using the stronger term of God, because then I would look like, there are those who argue that when you begin to argue religion, you block reason. So I'm trying to appeal to everyone's, to give you perhaps a more generative, or perhaps a wider interpretation and comprehension of events and things, that some of these things become necessary in terms of comprehending information. So the idea I'm trying to comprehend here is that sustainability, continuity, and then the fact that we depend on one another for continuity. So even as we thrive on this planet Earth, we should be mindful of nature, we should be respectful of nature, we should be accountable to nature, because then that's the only way we can be able to have a sustainable environment. We should create green zones or green environments, or even green cities. So nothing has been created by God that is useless. Everything by nature has a purpose, and that becomes extremely important in terms of comprehending things, and in terms of understanding how the world works and the continuity of nature. So yeah, that's a little bit. But look at my book, Sustainable Law, Sustainable Environmental Law. You can find it at luogo.org or suegeneslawup.com. And many of these kind of underscore. Last time I was talking about the blue economy, aspects to do with the ocean. This is the sea right now. Behind there is a sea. But these are things that I was telling you about, where they're arguing that times comes when the ocean loses their memory, and the argument in terms of the ocean losing its memory is that the inability to continue and sustain the flora and fauna that is evident by nature in there, and we have to be wise how we do it. In Africa, we had a challenge where, for example, Nile perch was actually exported and brought in Lake Victoria, forgetting that there was tilapia. Now, what Nile perch did was to eat up all those tilapia fish and caused, almost an extinction of tilapia. So, so that's the argument I'm trying to propose, that we have to understand that we blend our souls in terms of the interconnection of nature, where we are inextricably bound. Everything becomes useful in a sense that